Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. Just last week, a Nigerian chess master, Tunde Onakoya, entered the Guinness Book of World Records when he completed close to 60 unbroken hours playing and winning against one of the world's best, Sean Martinez, at New York Times Square. The education enthusiast embarked on this ambitious attempt as a way of trying to raise $1 million for children's education in Africa. Through his Chess in Slums Africa project, Tunde has been able to connect with a growing number of socially deprived children living in some of the most squalid locations in Nigeria and Africa. Joining us now to have a chat is one of the beneficiaries of this program, 11-year-old JS1 student Vava Blessing, alongside Adaobi Oniwinde, a social impact investor with a view of broadening the scope of individual responsibility as a way of assisting nation building. It's good to have you on the morning show, Blessing, and Adaobi. So nice to have you on the show.
Thank you.
So Blessing, I'd like to ask you, were you proud and excited to see Tunde win all the way in New York? And do you feel, a part of this, his momentous occasion? Do you think that you're a part of this journey that he's on?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Vava, that question is for you.
Yeah, that's for you.
Okay.
Go on.
The first time I saw chess game, I was like, how will I know how to play this game? So that is when, Emmanuel now told me that he's going to bring one chess master that will come and teach us, which is Tunde Onakoya. So when we now vacate, they now call us that we should come to school. When we now came there, Tunde Onakoya now teach us how to play very well. So I was like, how will I know how to play this game? We now went to one tournament. That's when he now told us that it is possible to do great things from a small place. I think that one's serious. So I now work on it. I went to our chess champion. So he taught me how to play. I tried to know it. I know a bit, but I was trying to know it. I don't know it very well. That's when we now went to FS again, and I lose. We now came back home. The one that they have already taught me, I now taught my brother how to play it. My brother is my uncle's son. So that one, his father have died, his mother have died. So I now taught him how to play. We now went to one tournament again, OSCC, and I won. So that is when we now come back. That is when Mr. Tunde now told us that. He now told us that you can do whatever you put your mind to. So I now work on it. I tried. That is when that uncle now came there. So Mr. Emmanuel was now telling me that I cannot be this man. So I was now saying that Mr. Tunde told us we can do anything we put our mind to. So I now play with that man. I calm down, I think. So that is when I now win that man. So Mr. Tunde tried to make sure we know how to play it very well. He took us to many tournaments. He tried his best. But now, I don't know where he is now.
Bless it. Well, all right, Adaobi, I'd like to come to you on this question. And good morning, and thank you for joining us on the morning show. It's good to see you again. I mean, Blessing here has narrated how amazing Tunde's Chess and Slum program has been. I believe that he beat your son at least twice during the game. But you're also a social investor in this whole thing. And, I learned that you've, worked in Makoko. You've, also set up some solar projects at some school, as well as maternity hospitals. I mean, this goes to show individuals, involvement in helping the underprivileged. Now, in what ways also are you encouraging Nigerians to join your efforts as you impact the society, now free from government funding, just like Tunde's Chess and Slum program?
Thank you, OG. Really good to be here. And I really have to thank you guys for having my friend Vava on. He left school this morning to be here, so we really appreciate the opportunity. The reason why he's here is that he tells the story better than I do. He learned how to play chess, and he beat my son. Yes, so Lai spent some time at Makoko volunteering. Lai thinking he was a good chess player, and Vava taught him differently. So going back to individual giving, yes, I do believe that government and private sector have a responsibility, but we as individuals, I believe that, to whom much is given, much is expected. And so we as individuals we should actually play our role in nation building. So the work that I've done at Makoko, and by the way, it's tiny. It doesn't take a whole lot. People with less have actually done more in these needy communities. But the whole point of this, the whole point of the work we do at Makoko and trying to profile the work I've done at Makoko, bringing Vava here, is just to show that, we as individuals have a lot of responsibility, and we can and we should. I talk about Tunde. Tunde was a lot less privileged than I am, and look at everything he has accomplished. So just going back to my ethos, my great belief that, we who have been privileged do have a great responsibility.
All right, Vava, let me come back to you. How was it learning to play chess? I know that, the environment in which you grow up, a lot of people will be talking football, a lot of people will be talking table tennis. But how did it happen for you, and how is this working well for you in school as somebody who plays good chess?
When Tunde told me that it is possible to do great things from a small place, and you can do whatever you put your mind to, that's when I now put my effort. I try. That is when I now play with our champion at Makoko. I played with him, and we played draw. So I now went back home. I now taught one boy. That boy, within 1 month, that boy knew it. I was like, that boy can still beat me now. So I beat that boy also beat me. That boy was like, but that boy, Tunde does not know him. So I now took that boy to our champion. 2 of them still played well again. And I came back to that boy. I played with him. I won like 3 times. That won me like twice. So anytime we went to tournaments, I always think, this clock now, I don't know how to use it. And they always win me because of that clock. I don't know how to use it very well. So till now, I don't know how to use clock. But if it is to play chess without clock, I can win somebody like that. So I now played it. When I now came back home, I now played with our champion. I win 2 eyes. So he now win me 3 eyes. So
you beat your champion twice?
Yes.
What's his name, your champion?
Benjamin.
What's his name?
Benjamin.
Benjamin. Was it Tunde that taught Benjamin to play?
Yes.
Oh, okay. And in school, how does it work for you? Are you like the champion in school now?
So in school, I was like, how can I become something better in life? So I now look at Emmanuel and Chemende Noah. So I was like, they try their best now. They are from this community, and they become something like that. Means I can become something like that. That's when I start working on it like that.
Back to you, Adaobi. From your perspective as a social impact investor, what are some other key strategies or approaches that individuals and organizations can adopt to maximize their impact in addressing these social issues and continue to advance, sustainable development goals, particularly in underserved communities? We've seen that example with Tunde, who has, of course, even now taken it further with breaking this Guinness World Record. But for other people, what ways can they go about this?
I think the age of social media has been remarkable. When I went to Makoko, it was a matter of talking to a few friends. I spoke to my brother, Amici Okobi. I spoke to a few friends, people who had a lot more following than I did on social media, for example. And, storytelling has really been, storytelling is so much easier now with social media. In terms of strategy, I always say if you have a good product, if you're doing something that is useful, something that community, society, the world can benefit from, you do the thing. The media will find you, the money will find you. So I think, social media, word of mouth. In my case, I really didn't have a strategy. I just went out and I did it. People paid attention, and the interest came just, I guess strategy is a good thing. I don't have a strategy, but I know that social media has been really effective. And like I said, sort of knowing the right people, having a good product. More often than not, I think the media, the attention, the money finds you.
Thank you. Vava, this question is for you, and I think it's just going to be the last question of the day, because you've been reiterating that Tunde taught you that you can do great things from small places. So I want to know, what's your dream? What's the great thing that you hope to accomplish or hope to become one day?
I want to become an accountant officer.
An accountant officer. Fantastic. Well,
Chess is a good place to start.
yes,
It's a good place to start.
It was so lovely to meet you, Vava, and thank you so much for your time this morning, Adaobi.